What's good, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are back from Florida, back at the Penis Palace in Madison, Madtown Fitness. We got our ending week 1, day 5, kind of day 2 just because, or week 2 just because we did take that first Saturday after the meet as a workout day instead of keeping the deload going. So we're actually getting an extra day 5 in for this training block. Squats, we're going to just add 5 kilos from last week. We did 270 for that 3x4. Go for 275. The plan $1.75 gas after rebate is to try and end the block around 290 kilos. I think that's around what I did for last summer, or the last time I ran the Ghost off-season block, something around there. Bench, we did 200 kilos for a 4x4 last week. Bench, I take smaller jumps, just 2.5 kilos, so we're gonna go for 2 or 2.5 for the 4x4. Again, for that one, the goal is to end around 210 for a 4x4. I think that's gotta be close to like an off-season PR for me. I don't know if I've done that much volume. I've like hit 210 for a set of 4, but I don't think I've ever done it for a 4x4. I do expect a pretty decent drop in strength here coming in the next few weeks or so. It usually happens about 3 to 6 weeks post coming off cycle, so that's coming up here soon. And not looking forward to it, but hopefully I can maintain enough of the strength that I'm at like a good base level before I start peaking for power surge. So like I said, I'm gonna be doing 14-week peak. Hopefully extend that out a couple extra weeks, at least on bench. I might still do the 12 weeks on squat and deadlift. I think a longer peak on bench is really going to help me potentially get back in that 600 range. I guess we'll see. Yeah, I'm ready to hit the weights just to pre-workout. Going to get my knee sleeves on, get my shoes on, and then get after it. So let's go. Like I was thinking about doing it yesterday, or doing this workout yesterday, and then I was using the normal text. It's like, no, it's not happening. All right, so that does it for squats. We hit the 3x4 at 275, 606 pounds. I'd say the first set felt a lot better than last week. Felt like my balance and form was just kind of a lot more locked in. I'd say the next two sets were a little bit more difficult. I can definitely tell that without being on cycle, coming off. I've still got like a pretty good amount of it still like in my system, but it's definitely starting to like flush out, and because of that, recovery from set to set just seems significantly lower. I definitely got a little bit more gassed this week than I did last week, breathing pretty heavily. I did it a little bit quicker too, because I do have to get to an event after this workout, so did have to go a little bit quicker than normal. Taking like 4 or 5 minute rest, when normally it's a little bit closer to like 6 to 8. With that, happy with how squats went. Things going well. We're gonna move on to bench now. Hopefully hit that 202.5 for 4x4. Hoping it's easy, but I don't know, starting to slow down a little bit. I can see the last few sets being pretty difficult, so yeah, we'll see.
Ibuprofen. I live on ibuprofen. Actually, that's a lie. I don't really take much
Alright guys, so it's been a few days since that workout. The day ended up being a little bit longer than I anticipated. decided to just head home at that point, wrap up the workout, head home at that point. So we're doing it now. We already talked about the squat before we talk about the bench and the log. To that, don't forget to check out Proven Strength app for any help you need with your training. Link for that is in the description below. You get access to 25 plus programs range from beginner, intermediate, advanced, 3, 4, 5 day programs, as well as the one I'm currently running, which is the Ghost Clash Offseason. So if you want to follow along with my training, go check that out. You also get added to our private Discord where you can ask questions, get form checks, talk about training, share memes. And if you guys are using the app, don't forget to tag myself and Proven Strength on Instagram so we can share your videos. Talk about the training now. So like I said, we already talked about the squat earlier in the video. The bench went pretty well. We hit that 202.5 for the 4x4. I could definitely tell coming off gear that my recovery set to set has gotten significantly worse. It's not so much on the 4s. The 6s and the 8s have definitely been a bit tougher. I hit the 8s for this past week. The rest times in between sets were pretty long just to kind of get through the workout. The 4s, we hit that 202.5, moved about as well as the 200 from last week. Makes me feel good about going into 205 this next week. And then hopefully I can maintain as much of my strength as I can to get that 210 number at the end of the block. If I can hit that, I feel like I'm in a really good spot for bench. Yeah, bench is feeling pretty good so far. Strength hasn't dropped too much coming off cycle. We're still pretty fresh coming off that cycle, so that drop in strength could be coming up here soon. Hopefully it's not too extreme, but moving on, we ended up having to go to that event that I talked to you about after bench. Came back, hit the log. The reason we're doing log on this day was just because when I was at the gym down in Florida, they had a log, but it was kind of tucked away, and I also didn't bring a lot of my training equipment with me. Decided to just switch some of the accessories from Thursday to Saturday and Saturday to Thursday, just to make training a little bit more comfortable in that sense. I feel like log is kind of a obnoxious one to do in an unfamiliar environment, so doing log in mat time was just a little bit easier. Haven't done log in about 5 months or so, might even be more than that. The first time I didn't have much of a plan going into it, literally just wanted to see what I could hit for a decently heavy single. And I could definitely tell I haven't done it much because my balance just felt off. The movement felt a little bit foreign. I haven't really pressed overhead in a long time either, so 125 felt pretty good. Lockout felt strong, felt pretty stable. Just the clean, I definitely was having issues with the balance there. Then moved up to 140, the 308 pounds, and that was where it got quite a bit tougher. It took me 3 tries to get the rep you saw, which was the best of the 3. I was having pretty easy time with the clean, but each time kind of had that little balance issue. I got to figure that out. We'll see what the pressing movement is for the qualifier for OSG and what the actual events are going to be for OSG. Once those get released, then I'll kind of steer my training towards that. Hopefully it's more of a rep out for the log rather than a max effort. I feel like I can rep out quite a bit better than I can do as a 1 rep max on that movement. Definitely wasn't clean, but was able to get pretty close to locked out. If I had kept my balance a little bit better, I think it would have been there. But for week 1, it's not the worst, and it's not really a movement that I have to really worry about at this point. So all things considered, a really good training day. We'll be finishing up week 2 of the program. So we're already 2 weeks into a 10-week off-season block. It's going pretty quick, 20% of the way done. So don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, leave any questions you have for me. Check out Proven Strength app. Link for that is in the description below, and we'll catch you in the next video.
We get that fresh glaze on the